Vaelastrasz 1020. So make sure you set your slider up here. Don't get stuck on the lower levels since we have a new week. Real quickly, I just wanted to mention that I don't plan to continue doing daily uploads from this point. I figure the 1000 boss rush level is a good stopping point to stop with the daily uploads, since we are seeing a lot of the same things every day. And there's not really a whole lot left to do with the mode, so I may do some uploads here and there if there's anything interesting to share, but for the most part we've been just using the same strategies and doing the same bosses that we've done before. Although today we do have a different first boss than we've had as the first boss before, which is Ravak Grimtotem. This is a very easy boss though, because Ravak himself has a passive that causes anything that's frozen to take like 1500 more damage or something. So you basically just get them frozen and then anything can kill them. The standard Deathwing Rattlegore opener works just fine as well. So this is the standard Arfis Jaina Deathwing Rattlegore opener. And then the other team that I have here is also very reliable, which is just the standard Belinda Holmes comp. And the goal with this one is just to get them all frozen as fast as possible so you can start using that passive to kill them with whatever team you want. You can kill off anything that's not artillery strike, and it's a very easy cleanup. For the comps here, for Deathwing, we have Downward Dog, Ice Block, Rattling Bones, Resolve of Undying, Briny Bracers, and Gilnean Strength. And then for the Holmes comp, we have Lesser Water Elemental, Arena Contender, 8 up front, Gilnean Strength, Spell, and Dragon Rune Axe. And you could drop the Gilnean Strength if you want to put Gin in play and not have the healing keep your Belinda alive accidentally when you're doing your cleanup to get rid of your non-artillery strikes. I actually like to put Voon in play though instead of Gin, because he's able to hit things multiple times, and that will activate that passive from Ravak multiple times. So his axe throw can hit 2 enemies and do like 1500 damage per hit to frozen targets, and his fire breath can hit multiple times. The Dragon Rune Axe is 2 hits when the worm swings. So Voon's a pretty good one to put in play after you get everything frozen. So let me just do the Deathwing comp here real quick. So this is just a very standard, straightforward opener. I think some people were saying that their Jaina doesn't always die if you don't act with her. So you can just act with her so that she gets frozen by the wind chill here. Or if you have enough damage, you can just shoot her yourself. So as you can see here, I have 152 on my Bone Flame now, and 64 on my Ice Flows, which is exactly enough to kill my Jaina. So if the enemies are not being cooperative in proccing my Ice Block, I can just do it myself now. And you might have your Rattlegore die a few times here, so that could raise your Destroy All Life damage requirement a little bit. I think you need to beat it on the very highest health anomalies. It's a little bit less than 200, I think, on Destroy All Life. I've gotten mine up to 250 though. So now that everybody's slowed and we've popped our Ice Block, we just do a Destroy All Life here. And you could shoot with these guys if you need the extra damage. I'm gonna restart the client to skip these animations. We should come back to treasure collection on just Rattlegore and 2 artillery strikes. I guess they did a patch today and added some small tweaks to some animations, like there's a white flash or something at the end of the run whenever you collect your renown. I don't know what that's all about, but they're trying to make some improvements for some other modes or something, and it spilled over. You get these little green highlights on the map there. None of this matters. Did get an artillery strike. Like there's this little green track here now, for whatever reason. And I guess you could fight through all of these bosses, like a Frost Comp or something. You didn't want to use Artillery Strike. Especially if you hit those good treasures like Frost Ritual. Alright, just collecting our renown here, and then we'll run it back with Holmes, Belinda Holmes comp. That white flash there for some reason. Alright, and then we have the Belinda Holmes comp. So with this one, I like to either position Belinda across from the blue on the left if it's got low attack, or I position Belinda on the right if has high attack where my water elemental will die. So let's see what we got here for our anomaly. We got low attack, so I'm going to put Belinda on the left. If this had higher attack and my water elemental would die, I would just put Belinda on the far right, and then we would go for the double freeze instead of the triple freeze. So since we're getting the triple freeze here, I don't actually have to pass with Belinda, but when you go for the double freeze, you usually just want to not act with Belinda so you don't get hit by this wind chill on your Belinda. And I guess I'll just do some damage here. The blue gets crit, and the you want to leave Ravak alive until last, since you want that passive there, so I usually kill this red ad first if I have to choose. Alright, so now they basically just die extremely fast, so we're actually most concerned about killing our own mercenaries off at this point, and banking some water elementals to do the cleanup at the end. So I'm actually going to use the fire AoE, that way Gin and Voon will get ramped by that and kill off our own mercenaries faster. I could swing here just for some damage, since this would die swinging into Ravak anyway. We're not getting like Varden ramp or anything from this, but it will activate this passive. And I guess this passive is a random value, because I've had it do like 1300, I've had it do 1600 on the runs that I've done so far. And this one's only 821, which is the lowest that I've seen. So I guess the amount of turns that this takes is just going to depend on how good that roll is for you. Actually, if I put Elementary on here, this thing will get a multi-hit and activate this passive multiple times, so that's pretty good. So I'll just do that here. We can kill off our Holmes with a melee swing later. Doing a couple thousand damage there. We did throw out our water elemental, so we're not going to keep it alive for later, but we shouldn't really need more than one water elemental, and we can bounce again if we want to. If you get a high passive on Ravak, you'll usually be able to only bounce like twice and still kill them. Oh, that's strange. It's either reapplying with each bounce or re-rolling with each bounce. That's weird. Now it's doing 1200. That seems kind of buggy to me, but alright. Actually, I'm just going to put an Elementary here and not swing with that, and then I'll go ahead and kill off this guy. And I'm going to do another bounce, because these guys have quite a bit of health still. And I want to see what happens with this Ravak passive as well. If it's re-rolling, so maybe we get a random value when this comes back, or if it just keeps going up with every bounce. I think it's a re-roll because it was much higher on my previous runs. Another thing you can do to kill off your Belinda is cast Elementary on Belinda and then shoot the shield off of Belinda, and she'll swing into an enemy if you position her across from them. So that can be an easy way to kill off your Belinda at the end if you wanted to. So this is just going up. So it is 1600 now. So maybe it's just... But it's not just like 800... Oh, maybe it was half of that. So it was like 400-ish. And then it's just being reapplied with every bounce. So we've got... It's been played like 4 times now. So it's gone up to 1600. So I'll just do this. I'll take 1600. Need to start shooting my own mercenaries some though. I'm just gonna kill off this ad, and then we'll be left with just Ravak. And Ravak is basically doesn't do anything a lot of the time. He has an attack that just uses abilities from frozen characters. Nobody's frozen, so doesn't do anything. We can kill him anytime we want now by just freezing him. So I'm just gonna work on killing off my own mercenaries here. Bounce one more time to. I should have positioned Belinda in the middle here so that we could do the elementary thing to get her killed. But instead, I guess I'll just shoot my own mercenaries here. We can go ahead and kill off our Holmes by swinging. Okay, Voon's pretty nice for doing multi-hits. I guess the positioning doesn't matter at this point. So I am going to freeze that because I don't want it to kill my Voon here. And I don't want to use a worm because that would kill Ravak since he's going to get frozen here. Alright, so now we've just got artillery strikes, and we can just freeze and then kill them off. Here, I'll demonstrate that since it's twice, you get that hit and then the axe throw, it just does a crazy amount of damage. So Voon's a really nice mercenary to put in play. And the axe throw would also hit 2 targets when you have 2 things frozen. So this one should be a little bit more low artillery strike friendly since you can stack more artillery strikes. If you need the extra damage for Omokk, you could bring Rogers here. Although he's not the highest health. We do have Vaelastrasz afterwards, but Vael is also red, so you're going to want Rogers in your party most likely. You have low artillery strike damage. Right, just collecting our renown here, and then that will do it for 1020 day 1. For 250 renown per win now. Alright, so as I mentioned at the start, I don't really plan to continue doing daily uploads, but I may do a few here and there if there's anything to share. Otherwise, good luck on your runs.